Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everybody. It is so good to see you guys today. I'm Dolly. This is the Wolf Girl Oracle, and this is our Good Morning Coffee and Talk. It is Wednesday, February 5th, 2025, and I am so glad that you're here. Good morning to everyone in the chat. I am so excited. It's been crazy. Yeah, Fogo Pogo, I did. I had like the plague, and then I had the plague. I was sick for technically 22 days out of the entire month of January. So it's been a thing. It's been a thing. But you know what? I think I did this to myself. I really do. I really think that I did this to myself because right after the election, I spent a lot of time trying to help people through their grief, through their stress, through their fear. And I think I took on too much. I do. I have the shaman book that I've been reading, and in it talks about how you have to be careful not to take on too much because you can make yourself sick. And I think I actually did that. So good morning, Katie. Good morning, Fogo Pogo. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Flowing. I'm so glad to see all you guys here today. And I'm guessing I'm kind of like at between 96 and 98% better. I'm still occasionally coughing, but I bought this really crazy fancy schmancy air filter now for my house. So I'm hoping that that'll help to take particulates out of the air and, will increase my healing substantially. So, but I'm so glad to see you guys. Kelly, I've been praying for you constantly through all of this. I've been praying for you. I'm glad to hear that right now no cancer is showing up in your bones, so in your bone marrow. So that's fantastic. I'm like, woohoo! Power of prayer, you guys. I'm never going to stop talking about that. I'm never going to stop talking about the power of prayer and the intention that you put into everything and how that can change everything for you. So I am so grateful that we have this beautiful tool. Prayer is a tool, and I am so glad that we have it and that we can pray for each other. That's such a privilege. It's such a privilege, So, all right, in other news. Now, normally I don't like to talk about politics. Today I'm going to talk about politics a little bit. One, I just need to rant, and it's therapeutic. And two, because I feel like maybe everybody sort of is in a topsy-turvy place when it comes to politics right now. And we need to bind together as like-minded people, and we need to make this better. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. But before we do, I want to show you guys that, while I was away, I'm still getting these books. Okay, so I got the Kids Guide to, why is that backwards? Is that backwards for you guys? Or is it just backwards for me? Oh, it's backwards for me. Okay. The Kids Guide to the President of the United States. And although for the most part, this was a benign book, Trump isn't in here at all, believe it or not. But they do talk about executive orders. And I feel like it's a little bit of an how do you say that word? Indoctrination? Indoctrinate. You know what I mean. They're trying to indoctrinate the children with the part that they have on the executive order. Kids Guide to the American Dream. This one, I don't know. It's very nationalistic, It feels very nationalistic. I'm all for American pride and, the red, white, and blue. But when it gets to the point where it almost becomes a religion, your politics become a religion, that's where I draw the line. And this kind of goes into that category. This one, The Kid's Guide to Free Markets and Capitalism. Look at it, it says, we love capitalism. Look at this. All about taxes, you guys. And how to put your money to work. Like an 8-year-old is going to read this. You know what I'm saying? Work your ass off to make an oligarch richer. Right, Katie? Girl. Right. This one, though. The Kid's Guide to Democrats and Republicans. For the most part, it's actually pretty benign. There's nothing in here until I got to where it talks about Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And it says, Roosevelt is known for his leadership during World War II, but he's also known for trying to fill up the Supreme Court with Democrats so the party could take over the direction of the country for decades to come. Isn't that what the Republicans did? This is being given out to children. Anyway, that this stuff, I can't help but think about a PBS special that I saw not too long ago. Hi, Janet. Good morning, my sweet friend. Oh, Janet. It's good to see you, my friend. So, listen, I saw this PBS. Was it PBS? It was either on PBS or the History Channel. It was a show that were people who were in the Hitler Youth, who were in the Nazi Youth, were being interviewed. Okay, and they're all in their 80s and 90s. They're old people now, and a lot has happened. A lot has happened in the world since that time. But what was interesting was the interviewer was very disarming to these people, and she was able to get them to let their guard down and talk about how they really felt during that time. So 80 years later, good morning, Jenny. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Mwah. 80 years later, these people were still talking with this fondness about those times and about Hitler and the good that he was doing. I mean, almost every single one of them in different words said, yeah, Hitler did a few bad things, but look at all the good that he did. Look at how he rebuilt Germany after World War I. I feel like these things, okay, this stuff is Trump's version of the Nazi youth, the Hitler youth, that there's this indoctrination going on. Oh, I finally said the word. There's this indoctrination going on with the kids. That's what he wants. He wants 80 years from now, for all Americans, especially the people who were kids during this time, he wants all of America to think of him fondly, and the twistedness in that just makes me crazy. It makes me nuts. I mean, that is so hyper narcissistic that I cannot put myself into that and understand that. Do you guys know what I mean? It's just, it blows my mind. And we are seeing more and more and more of this. Good morning, Jay. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you. So anyway, that's been on my mind. And then just more recently, the situation with Dumpy and Benjamin Netanyahu getting together and having this conference yesterday, and then having the press conference afterwards, and Trump saying that he, is thinking, hey, America should own the Gaza Strip, take it over, rebuild it, turn it into, the Riviera of the Middle East and an international city. And, Jared Kushner, like years ago, talking about how that property, that area, that 25-mile long by 8-mile wide, whatever strip of land, how valuable that is. All this coming together, it just is like, is he the Antichrist? What is happening? Yeah, Jenny says, that's why I'm not watching TV. It's just too much. It is. I was telling Katie yesterday, I was like, does every single freaking day have to be like I've woken up into crazy land? Oh my gosh. Yes, Flowing. I agree. What a disgusting talking point. Shows mega greed. Yeah, for sure. Mega greed. 100%. Janet, good morning. How are you, my friend? Janet DC is here. Hello, sweetie. I'm glad to see you. So let's move off of this topic because I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about the new deck I got. So I'm going to change cameras here. Give me a second. I'm going to change cameras. How do I do this? I am a little rusty. Okay. Let's make this large. Top down. Solo laid out. There we go. All right, so let me bring this over. Let's transform the area. All right, so I got this new deck. It is the Wild Sacred Feminine deck. And I don't know, have any of you guys seen this or have this deck? I haven't even opened it yet, you guys. The Wild Sacred Feminine deck. Thank you, Janet. I do feel a lot better. I'm still coughing though, believe it or not. Every now and then I'll just like have like a coughing spasm, but yeah. Anyways, the Wild and Sacred Feminine deck. So let's take a look at it real quick here. Where does it open? How does this open? Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, we're fine. This is how we open it. It opens like a book. Oh, look at that. Right? I like just busted the box here trying to get it open. Of course I did. Oh, look at the book, you guys. This is a thick book. Oh, and it's got color pictures. Oh, this is nice. It's got some spreads. Okay. Wow, how to use this deck. Wow, look at that. It's got quite a good write-out for each one of the cards. Okay, well, that's nice. This is a nice book. This is a really nice book. And it feels nice. It has that kind of silky feeling to it. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the cards real quick. I don't know if I'll go through all of them because I'm sure you guys aren't here for a deck review, but let's just take a look at some of these. Hi, Luna Wolf! Wow! Oh, I miss you too, girl. I miss you too, Tammy. But we've got Butterfly Transformation, Deer Gentleness. Oh, that's beautiful. Dolphin Embodiment, Horse Freedom, Hummingbird Joy. Oh, wow. I love that. Lioness Courage, Owl Awareness. Oh, I like that. I like the owl for awareness. That's neat. Raven Magic. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love the colors. I love the artwork. I don't like a lot of busy, busy, busy on my cards. Ooh, look at the snake. Life force. Oh, that is cool. Cool. So, anyways, you can kind of get an idea of the artwork. I love how inclusive it is. It's not just white people, you guys, which is great. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm excited to get this deck under the moonlight so that I can start using it for readings. I'm very excited about this deck. I haven't been like super excited about any deck that I've seen for quite a while. This has been the first deck that I've seen in quite a while that went, oh, you need to buy this. Like Spirit was loud and clear, buy this. And oh, Janet says, I have one deck that feels really silky and I love it. I know what you mean. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's not shiny, but it's soft. It's like really soft. Luna, we could talk for sure. I'll jump onto Discord and I will send you a message. Katie says, that drum is one of the nicest birthday gifts I have ever gotten. Thank you, Dolly. Oh, honey, I knew you would like it. And I'm all about like trying to encourage people's spirituality, you know. And when you're a creative person and you do artists or you sing, you know, that kind of stuff. I feel like these kinds of tools really do heighten your spirituality for you. So I'm really glad that you like it. I really do. Kim at Intuitive View has asked us all to pray, sunlight, meditate, and send light to the capital at noon Eastern Standard Time. So that's 11 o'clock my time. We'll just be finishing up the stream. So then once we finish up the stream, everybody do what you do. Do what you do. I'm going to light a candle to ear and talk to Tyr and Thor and Odin over here. I've got them on this altar, and I'm going to be like, listen, guys, we need to do something. But yeah, for sure. That sounds good. That sounds very good. Yeah, Tammy is in the Fellowship of Northern Traditions with me. That's Luna Wolf. She's kind of like everybody's mama wolf, and I'm like everybody's auntie wolf. I hope to get to a gathering this year. That's like my my goal is to get to at least one this year. Last year I was so sick and had all the shoulder issues. Oh my gosh, it's just been nutty. Last year was nutty. This year, even though we have all this crap that's going on, I actually feel a lot better this year. I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe I feel like I've got a purpose. Like I feel this purpose coming out, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah. Odin, yes. Woo, Odin. He is so wise. He is so wise. Like when I am needing clarification or I need some wisdom, you know, I often will go and give an offering to Odin and talk to Odin because he brings a clarity in me that I don't get from anything else, you know, honestly. So yeah, he's my let's clear this up, give me some wisdom, give me some strength kind of guy. Thor is sort of my he is like ambition to me, you know, when I need to take action and I might be feeling a little, oh, can I do this? Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I can do this. Wishy-washy, you know. Thor's the guy that I talk to for strength, you know. And Tyr solidifies my point and purpose for things. He's strong. He's a warrior. He's, but he's also like super loyal, and he can hyper focus. Like when I need to really get focused on something, I'll talk to Tyr. Tyr like brings it all into perspective for me, and then allows me to approach everything as a warrior. And I don't mean like go and hack and slash everything, but just with that really focused purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh, Luna, you're going to Hot Springs, North Carolina to gathering this weekend for hurricane relief help. I have been trying to faithfully support them with money as they've been doing this, but we have a group of guys, you guys, who have been going into North Carolina every single weekend and have been helping with the hurricane relief. There are still people who are living in tents. There are still people who don't have any running water or heat or electricity. And the guys from our group, from the fellowship, are going there and they are helping people clean up. They are helping get supplies distributed. They're taking supplies there. All of us in the fellowship have been donating money so that they could gather up supplies and then get them into the areas that really need them. So I can't say enough good things about the Fellowship of Northern Traditions. These guys are absolute warriors, let me tell you. Warriors for good. Janet says, reader Suzanne Geisman had a visit from Odin a few years ago. That was incredible. She has a video or two about it. Gave me goosebumps. I'm going to have to look her up. Well, I'll tell you what, when you have an encounter with a deity like that, it's definitely something that you never forget. That is for sure. So I'm going to read in Affirminator for you guys. The next card in line is gratitude. And it says, today I am grateful for all the little things. Even when the big things can suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for. Like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented the internet. And I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs that do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. So yeah, let's have some gratitude for all the little things, you guys. We let the big things that are going on in our lives sometimes supersede all the little miracles that are happening all around us. So we definitely need to stay mindful of those little things, you know? Oh, Janet, the awakened way. Yes. And Janet says, all the Janets are talking. Hey, they have the Affirminator card deck at my saltwater float place. It's fun. Oh, neat. That's cool. Katie says, I am grateful for the huge clarity I was given last night. I am in such a good space today. Yeah, go ahead and tell everybody about it, Katie. In a nutshell, Katie got was it a vision or a dream? I can't remember. Like a vision that everything is going to be fine. Don't worry. But I'll let her say it out in the chat here. And I agree with her. I think that everything is going to be okay. I think everything's going to be okay. All these crazy things are happening, and there are lawsuits going on all over the place. And, you know, I really think that there will be things available to counterbalance the things that are being done. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not allowing myself to get into a freak out, place over this. I'm kind of just sitting with this. Honestly, I'm doing a lot more laughing at this than anything else. Just, what else can you do? I'm just laughing. But I always strongly encourage you guys to, if you're feeling a certain kind of way about things that are being done, remember you have representatives that work for you. Don't forget to contact them and speak your mind. That is our right, and it's our responsibility too as Americans. So Katie says, I was very angry when I went to bed last night. I was mad at Biden and the Democrats for being too kind. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me that Project 2025 was out for 3 years before the election happened this year, and so there was like that playbook was out there, and I guess if I was in Congress, I would have went, okay, you know what? Just in case our candidate doesn't win, maybe we should have a little bit of a plan. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Janet says, Intuitive Kim said yesterday that this is like a movie. It is the big buildup by the bad guys before the climax and resolution. Right. Right. I mean, I'm at a peace right now, but I am frustrated and upset with the past administration for a bunch of things. One of the things I'm really upset about is the fact that not enough was done for North Carolina and all these areas that got hit by these hurricanes. I mean, they're doing all kinds of like fundraisers and stuff for the fires in LA, and that's great. I want them to do that, but nothing for North Carolina. Nothing for these places that were hit by these hurricanes. What in the world? So that has me pretty upset, honestly. But you know what I'm saying? I had a vision of Biden talking to his cabinet. My guide whispered in my ear. Okay. Oops, hang on. This is all a setup. Stop worrying. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Katie, your guide is correct. That is unbelievable about North Carolina still being in tent conditions. Yes, they don't. It's bad. It's bad. If there's one good thing that Trump is doing right now, it is that he is sending much needed money to that area so that they can get the supplies that they need to rebuild and to get people out of the cold, for crying out loud. That's just ridiculous that they're still out there. And I don't think that it is a bad thing to do something that is good, that is something that needs to be done. There is nothing wrong with being okay with the good things that are being done. Okay. If anything, I feel like it gives us even more of a right to talk about how we feel about the things that we don't like, because we're being fair. We're being fair then. But like Katie said, we don't have to worry about this. Worrying about it isn't going to do us any good. Action might need to be taken. There might come a time where we're going to have to maybe put caution to the wind a little bit and put ourselves out there and take some action. But, worry isn't going to do us any good. Tammy says, I'm taking winter clothes, dishes, and food. Oh, you are such a sweetheart. I'll have to make sure that I send them some more money. Janet says, I remember he told the locals not to trust FEMA, that they would take their properties if was accepted. Oh no, that's not good. That's terrible. Hey, Tammy, can I send you some money instead of sending it to the group so that when you go, you can kind of buy whatever needs to be bought? Katie says, I was also told that if you're going to a demonstration today at any one of the state capitals across the United States, please, please, please be aware of your surroundings. I love you. Yes. Yes, totally. If they accepted help. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. I know. When I'm on my phone, I can't do anything. I have like fat, stupid fingers that like just do not type well on the phone. Oh, I got the app 5 calls to call my senators. Oh, that's excellent. So the app is called 5 calls. You know what? Do I got that on my phone? might have that on my phone too. Hi, Sin. How are you? I've been lurking a few minutes while eating brunch. Good day to everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy your brunch. I hope you're eating something delicious. You know what I'm craving right now, you guys? What do I always crave? Bacon. I woke up this morning and I could smell bacon in the house, and I'm like, oh, somebody's cooking bacon. And then I came out of my bedroom and there wasn't any. I was very sad. Baconator! Oh, dang nabbit. So let's see, what time is it? It is. Oh, let's do some questions. We haven't done these in a while. Let's go on to something happy. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you were going to begin dancing regularly, what kind would you do? If you were going to begin dancing regularly, what kind would you do? What kind would you do, guys? Yes, Janet, I like that too. It's almost like it kind of helps you get the ball rolling, right? Because it's giving you like suggestions of how to say what you're going to say. I think I do have that on my phone. Now that I'm thinking about it, I never have a problem though. I never have a problem with my mouth, let me tell you. For sure. Sin says, I would have cooked eggs, but I'm down to my last two because Walmart delivery didn't bring any. Oh, no. Klutzy? That's the kind of dance that you would do. It's like Elaine. Do you remember Elaine's dance on Seinfeld? What was it? It was something like, I'm good at that dance. Hip hop shuffles. Yeah. There we go. Sally! Good morning. How are you? It is good to see you. So right now the question is if you were going to begin dancing regularly, what kind of dance would you do? Hip hop definitely for me, which is what I do anyways. I'm actually not a terrible dancer, you guys. I enjoy dancing. A lot of times, Chrissy, when we're cooking, we'll like turn on like the 80s and 90s R&B music, you know, Boys to Men and Michael Jackson and all that, and we'll be dancing around the kitchen like crazy, crazy women. I'm not even kidding. Belly dancing. All right, did any of you guys watch the Grammys the other night? And if so, did you see Shakira? She is a hot thing. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I can't rock and roll no more because of the old knees. Same. Yeah, I got to be careful. No one's saying pole dancing? I thought for sure somebody would say pole dancing. Janet, you look like you could be a pole dancer. Both Janets. No particular type of dance. No, you just want to just dance? Just dance? I think that's actually the best answer. You know what? Just dance. Just dance. Put on the, what is it? Put on the red shoes and dance the blues. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, here's the next question. Oh, this is a weird one, you guys. When you shut your eyes at night, what do you think about? When you shut your eyes at night, what do you think about? Now, let's preface this with, if it's something dirty, I don't want to know about it, okay? Girl, right? Girl. She is like 48 years old. And she can still move her stomach. And oh my God. Chrissy and I were both like, just saying. Yeah. So when you shut your eyes at night, what do you think about? Ooh, now that's a hard one. I mean, do you guys think about the same thing every night? Do you think about the same thing every night? I don't think about the same thing every night. Yeah, same, Kelly. Same. I have that ritual as well. You know, that I do that. I review my day. I do a little of that too. She-Wolf, yes, for sure. I repeat a mantra until I drift off. Oh, I love that. I love that. I think about shutting down my mind. I can't do that. I never my mind does not shut down. Not naturally, anyways. Janet DC says, I usually put on an audiobook or sleep story so I can quiet my mind. I wear like this face mask that has built-in headphones, and I'll put on, you guys are going to laugh. Maybe I've told you this before, but I put on the engine sound from the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek. That's what I fall asleep to, guys. It works though. But when I'm having like a hard time falling asleep, I will go through, I will start with the letter A, and I will think about all the countries that start with the letter A. And then I'll go to letter B and think of all the countries that start with the B. And I go through the alphabet. Usually by the time I get to E or F, I'm falling asleep. That's how I do it. Katie also goes through the list of I am. Yes. Yes, the I ams, Katie. Tina Turner could dance. Yes, she could. Until the day she died, that woman could dance. Welcome back, Sally. We missed you. She's back. I am still... Janet DC says, Kelly, that is perfect. Jenny says, I myself just listen to music or I catch up on videos I've missed. Yeah, I mean, you kind of get your mind into a off the day place, right, Jenny? So you're not thinking about the day, you're thinking about something else, kind of distracting yourself from the day. Yeah, sometimes I do that too. Sally says, vision check, ongoing, fun stuff. Oh, man, yeah. Fun. necessary, right? Janet says, white noise works. Yes, it does. That's what I love about like listening to the Enterprise, because it's kind of this deep noise, you know, even lower than I can make my voice. But it's like this deep rumbling sound that's just constant, and it just puts me right to sleep, you know. And then I have some pretty cool vivid dreams too. I have a lot of visionary dreams when I use the Enterprise for whatever reason. It must be the megahertz that it's at or something, but it just like it always invokes like visions in me, which is great because I love that stuff. All right, last question. Do you have unnecessarily impossible standards? Do you have unnecessarily impossible standards for yourself or for others or both? On the back of the card, it says, give up the idea of perfection. You're always going to be disappointed if you insist upon perfection in people, because that's not our jam. We're here to learn lessons. If we're here to learn lessons, you can't expect perfection in people. You're going to have to expect that sometimes they're going to fall down. Sometimes they're going to do something wrong. Sometimes they're going to like, you know, say things to you that might make you mad, you know. It's going to happen. We're here to learn lessons and to experience things. So it's going to happen, right? Speaking of eye doctors, Katie says, I'm thinking about changing my eye doctor because they're coming up with all kinds of fees to charge me that aren't covered by insurance. Like they have a fee for each kind of exam on top of the insurance. That's ridiculous. Freaking greedy people. Sin says, I used to have one working, but not since retirement. And Kelly says, and this is me too, Kelly. Less so than when I was younger. Right. Once you've gone through stuff, right, Kelly? And Kelly, you've gone through some stuff. We all have in this room. We all have. But when you've gone through some stuff and you've had all these hurdles that you've had to overcome and lessons that you've had to learn, that should develop a compassion in you, right? A compassion that allows you to be more compassionate with yourself and with others, right? Ha! I thought you said dandruff. You thought I said dandruff? Oh, today's spiritual topic is dandruff and what it can do for you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Jenny says, no, because I know no one is perfect. The spirits wouldn't have put erasers on pencils. Right! Oh, I love that, Jenny. I love that. Katie says, it made me less patient with others. I want to tell them to grow up. You could do that, Katie. You could do that because you might be part of the lesson that these people need to learn, Oh, believe me, I'm a relatively compassionate person. I don't like to. I'm very much a mediator, and I try to sit in my grace, when I'm talking to people, especially people that I might not have the same opinion as, and up until a certain time in my life, I was so quick to knock people down. I took great pleasure in debating people. I was on the debate team in high school, so when you get that as a young person and you get those wins under your belt, there's like an intoxicating feeling that happens every time you have a win, every time you have a mic drop. There are endorphins flowing through your brain, pleasure chemicals that are just getting you excited. But what I realized was if I have to hurt somebody, damage them, not necessarily make them smart because they realize they were wrong, but actually damage somebody in the process of trying to bring truth to them, then what am I putting out in the universe? You know what I mean? What am I doing? So I try to be more gentle now, but every now and then you still just need to slap people with a 2x4 because they ain't getting it. That's when I call Katie and I'm like, Katie, I got this thing. And she'll say, go tell him to fuck off. Oh, excuse my language. I love my Katie so much. I don't know what I would do without her. Okay. Flowing needs to go back to bed. I love you, Flowing, so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying as long as you could. You are beautiful. You are so beautiful. And I love you. The mind is a strange thing, Dali, especially mine. The mind is a strange thing, for sure. Katie says, who needs the last word that bad? Right? For sure. I know, right? Well, okay, it's already 10:38. would anybody like a card? If you could just put in all caps, I want, and I will pull out my Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle, and we will talk to Spirit and see what Spirit has in mind for you guys today. Katie's like, I want. All right. Now, you know what? I didn't leave myself a lot of room here. I got to push this back. Okay. So if something crazy happens. All right, there we go. Angels protect us. Spirits of the land in my home, the land Vatir and the Hus Vatir, surround us, and ancestors give us wisdom. What? Be with me, Spirit, and help me give messages to these people, things that they really need to hear. Please and thank you. All right, so Katie, you are first. And this is the deck. Secret of the Ancestors Oracle, which I love so much. I've been using this deck so much, I'm starting to bend the cards. All right, this is the one for Katie. Ooh, Root of Air, Explore. And look at Katie. Swords. Root of Air, Explore. And the feeling that I'm getting from Spirit is, and I think that you know this already, Katie, is Spirit is strongly encouraging you to kind of branch out, to open up your arms, to experience new things, try new things, engage with life in a more vibrant sort of way. And I know that you and I have talked about this, so I know that you already know this, but Spirit is just kind of giving you that affirmation that yes, you are still on the right path, and this is exactly what you're doing, exactly what you should be doing. This branching off that you're doing, making your deck, doing more with resin, getting the tongue drum, all these different things, all this new vibrancy in your life is a good thing, and it's going to help you engage with the world in a way that makes you happy. And that is great. And even Koru, right? Even Koru is kind of like adding to that, definitely adding to that. So that is my message to you from Spirit. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sharon. It's good to see you. All right. Let me go back up here now because I got to see. I marked off the ones that said I want. So hang on here while my mouse died today. So like I'm trying to do this with the touchpad and I hate the frickin' touchpad on my laptop. Okay, let's see here. Katie did. Okay, Sid. Sid, you are next. So let me get this going for you. All right, Spirit, what do you want Sid to know today? Please and thank you. That's not it yet. That's it. All right, we've got the Conjure Woman, Manifestation. Let's see, am I getting it in here? The Conjure Woman, Manifestation. Look at her. Ooh. And what I'm feeling from Spirit about this, Sin, is, and I think you already know this, again, I think that this is Spirit just telling you, it's kind of preaching to the choir, and this is something that you already know, but Spirit is saying, be careful where you're putting your thoughts, be careful where you're putting your intention, be careful how much you're feeding yourself with things that could possibly be negative. If you feel yourself going into a place where you're starting to get a little dark, a little angsty, Um, that might be time to kind of pull yourself back and go into a place that's a little deeper in self-love. And from that point, you'll be able to manifest the things that you want, things that are good. Be careful what you're thinking. We manifest the things that we give the most attention to, right? So if you're sitting in a place of scarcity, you're going to manifest scarcity. But if you're sitting in a place of abundance and love and joy and happiness, that's what you're going to manifest. And I know that sounds very simplistic. And I know that, it sounds kind of new agey and, whatever, but it's very true. That is how the law of attraction works. If you're putting yourself into fear, the things that you're fearing are going to come forward, so that's my message from Spirit to you. Okay. And I know you know all these things already, so I'm not sure why Spirit's giving me the stuff. All right. So Jenny says, I want. Okay. So let's do Jenny here. Let me take a sip of something here. My throat's getting dry. All right. These cards are a little big, so bear with me as I shuffle for Jenny. For Jenny. And I can't see the chat right now, you guys, because I'm kind of like focusing on the person. So I will read your comments in a minute here. That's the one. All right, Jenny, we got the Shadow, Trials and Tribulation. And I actually got this card on Sunday too for my Sunday reading. The Shadow, Trials and Tribulations. And like I said on Sunday, and I'm going to say this again, this card has two meanings. There is the shadows that you need to work on personally, that, basically you need to like look for the things that are like triggering you and then ask yourself, why is this triggering me? And if you need to journal about it, the journaling about like triggers, I feel like is like the best therapy. And I know everybody's different, but like for me, it's like the best therapy when I discover a trigger and I write it down. It's like I'm releasing it from me and putting it onto paper. And then when the new moon comes, I can rip those things out, crumple them up, set them on fire, and let them go, And I feel like Spirit is saying, sometimes you may need to do that. But there's also the Shadow, Trials and Tribulation universal what is the word I'm thinking of? Influence on things. Okay. So it's also a call to protect yourself, to ground, make sure that you stay grounded, make sure you stay in the moment. Try not to overplan or overthink things, because that energy that you're putting out into the universe goes into the collective and it collects with everyone else's energy. And right now there's a lot of shadow in the energy of the collective. And those of you who are sensitive, I know you're feeling this because I'm feeling this. Okay. We have to be careful not to contribute to that. So staying grounded, staying centered. Katie Moonchild on her channel has some great guided meditations for people who are looking for a grounding meditation. Katie, if you want to, you can drop the link for the playlist in there. So if you're having any problems, just use one of Katie's. They're like 6-7 minutes long. They're real easy. Her voice is very soothing. So, go ahead and check it out. So that is my message from Spirit to you. Okay, Sally, you want a card? Okay. Let me go ahead and do this. Forgive me if I'm like taking too long. I have a hard time sometimes getting to the point, especially when Spirit's giving me stuff. I have to sort of translate and talk at the same time. And for somebody who has autism, that isn't always easy. So I appreciate your patience as I do this. Okay. All right, Spirit, what do you want Sally to know here? What do you want her to know? You know, my grandma's name was Sally, but her real name was Salmia. Salmea, Salmia. But everyone called her Sally. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know? Here we go. I'm not sure how to say this word. The Gariot. And on the bottom it says blissed. The Gariot, blissed. I don't know what a Gariot is. I'm going to look this one up. So hang with me here for a second. It says the Gariot blissed. Yay! Okay, I'm going to just read this to you, okay? It says, yay, the energy of the moment. Things are about to get really good. It is safe to be optimistic. There is no other shoe dropping. In fact, put on your cute shoes and dance. People are naturally drawn to your light, and I know that that's true. Your love is your light. Radiate and shine your splendor. You have nothing to hide. The Gariot ancestor illuminates your path with warmth and positivity, encouraging you to embrace your true self, express your creativity, and bask in the blessings of life. And you know what? I didn't need to look this up. That is exactly what Spirit was giving me. I feel like an idiot now, but there you go. That is my message from Spirit to you, Sally. Be bright. Just be yourself. Be bright. Be bold. Show your joy. Show your love. And shine, because that's what everybody needs right now. We need you, and we need your light. Very, very much so. All right. So who else do we got here? Anybody else? Let me just scroll down here. Kelly wants one. All right, Kelly. Let's go for it here. This is fun. I don't know if you guys can hear Ruben out there. He's whistling up a storm right now. He's like, woo woo, woo woo. I'm trying to teach him to do the Mickey Mouse Club song. So far, what I've got from him is, but it's a start. All right, Spirit, what do you want Kelly to know? Please and thank you. Ooh, I had one jump out. We're going to take that. Hang on. Ooh, before I drop it. Ooh. Father of fire, passion ignited. Father of fire, passion ignited. And what I'm feeling from Spirit about this is you are already starting to get better. I know that you're nowhere near being 100% better, and it's probably going to be a while before you are, but you're better enough that you're starting to engage in life again and engage in the things that bring you joy and that spark your creativity, that spark your mind, you know? So that fire that you feel is like it's the action in you taking root. You know, fire is very much an action element. You know, when you're going through your tarot deck and you get the wands, the wands are a fire sign, and that fire element is all about action. It's about enterprise and distinction. And I feel like that's coming back in you. That's coming back in you, Kelly. You know, you've had so much time where you were sick, and you know, so much time where there was, how long had it been that you didn't have cancer in your body? You know what I mean? And now you're at a point where you're actually cancer free, And hopefully it stays that way for a long, long time, forever, I hope. Right? But you're in a place where you can start to hope again and you can start to dream again. And that creative spark is starting to build up in you and bubble. And spirit says, yes, yes, yes. Do that. Do that. That's part of your healing process. Okay? So that's what I'm getting from spirit. Oh, that felt very passionate-y. That felt very passionate. I like that. I like when that happens, when I can feel that. All right, Janet. Janet wants a card. Let's give Janet a card. Woo! Hang on one second, you guys. Where's my phone? Chrissy is like texting me a whole bunch of texts. I just want to make sure that everything's okay real quick here. Okay. All right. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. Thank you for that moment of disruption. All right, Janet. Spirit, what does Janet need to know today? Please and thank you. And I love you. And I love Janet. And I love all of you. I'm so glad you're here with me today, you guys. You don't know how much I miss this. Ruben is losing his mind. All right. Altar of Earth. Limitless prosperity. Altar of Earth. Limitless prosperity. And what I'm getting from Spirit is this. It's a call to action for you to focus on the abundance in your life. And it sometimes is monetary, but a lot of times what it is the richness of your connection to Spirit. Okay, it can mean money, it can mean material things, it can mean like the wealth of friendship or the wealth of love you have in your life, all these, basically taking scarcity and crumpling it up and throwing it away and just embracing the abundance of everything. But in this instance, I'm feeling like Spirit is saying, definitely connect to the abundance that you have available to you through Spirit, through that connection. I don't know how you connect personally, Janet. I don't know if you like meditate, if you go out and walks in nature, if you just sit quietly for a little while and observe the things around you. I don't know how you connect. I don't know if you go outside and like dig your feet into the ground and like ground yourself, or if you do Reiki and focus on your chakras and the light coming down through your crown chakra. I don't know how you do it. Although as I was saying all these things, I felt like this draw to, I think Janet does multiple things, So however you do it, really, really embrace that wealth that you have available to you through Spirit, because that is going to help you get through things that are kind of tough right now. All right. It'll help to keep you from going into that scarcity mind, if that makes sense. Okay. So that is my message for you from Spirit. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, Sally didn't get to hear hers. Dang nabbit. Well, that's right. Maybe she'll come back and watch the replay. I'll let her know. Oh, that's why I've started more mantras. To avoid thinking. Yeah, I got you. Mantras are helpful. Do you hear this bird? He's trying so hard to get my attention. Okay, Luna wants a card. All right, Luna, we got you. We got you. I got you, Tammy. Hang on. All right, Spirit, what do you want Tammy to know? I call upon Freya. I call upon Freya right now. I'm feeling this this need for Freya to embark her strength and wisdom into this. Feeling some friggin' here too. Maybe a little bit of hell as well. All the divine feminine from the Norse pantheon, please. What does Tammy need to know today? Okay, this is the one. Mother God. Miracles in motion. Mother God, miracles in motion. Well, you know what, Tammy? I love when stuff like this happens. I truly believe that this was all of our goddesses' way of letting you know that they see you, they appreciate what you do, and that they love you because you do what you do. You know, for all of the people in the fellowship, the way that you shine your light in the community, your spiritual connection, you know, to the gods, to the Landvatir, the Husvatir, and everything around you. This is your affirmation from spirit. That's what I believe. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say about that. That is my message to you. Oh, thank you, Katie, for putting the grounding meditations in. I really appreciate that. Yes, so if you guys are having any problems grounding, you know, go ahead and check out Katie's channel and her awesome grounding meditations. It's all good stuff. I understand my major problem right now is not being able to get placed, and it drives me nuts. Yeah, I suppose it does. You know, it's that not knowing and that constant, you know, uncertainty. I think that anybody in your position would have those frustrations, you know, but you got to just stay focused on the fact that, you know, the universe has got you, you know, you are in divine hands. So try to stay focused on that. All right, going to stop at noon to meditate. You know what? I'm going to end this now so that we can all go and meditate and do the noon meditate. Let's stop and pray. So I love you guys. I won't forget you, Luna. I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'll take care. And I'm going to just end the stream. I'm not going to play my outro. Thank you for being here.